Good evening, VIP guests, and thank you for joining us tonight for Bite Night 2020, baby.
Woohoo! My name is Catherine Anaya, and I am here with my co-host, Larry Gatos, and we are so excited to entertain you for the next 30 minutes, which will include a live band performance from the Hamptons. Way to go, guys! And a special mixologist demonstration of 2 beautiful seasonal cocktails that you can make at home. Now, we do have a few housekeeping notes before we get started. And notice that we are separated by not 6 feet, but 8. And we are masked up Tonight's silent auction, live auction, drawing, mystery boxes, and merchandise sales are all taking place online. So we suggest that you watch tonight's program on your computer, your tablet, or smart TV while keeping your phone handy to bid and buy online. Now, we do have a special thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors, including our platinum sponsors, Valley Toyota Dealers, Barrow Neurological Institute, and Infinity of Scottsdale. Our gold sponsors, Permobile Foundation, ADL Solutions, My Home Group, Bell Lexus, BOK Financial, Black Rock Coffee Bar, and Big 2 Toyota of Chandler. Our silver sponsors, Home Care Resources, Instant Care, Insperity, National Bank of Arizona, Ernst & Young, Henry & Horn, Chase Sports Specialist, New Motion Foundation, the Surplus Line Association of Arizona, Mayo Clinic, and Bonneville. And our bronze sponsors, your support this year is so crucial, all of you. So thank you so much.
All right. Now let's get this party started. John, I'm kicking it over to you and your talented bartender Walker to wow us with some delicious, delicious holiday drinks.
Good evening, everyone. My name is John Bankwell, and I am the owner of Ling & Louie's Asian Bar and Grill in Scottsdale, Arizona. For the past 10 years, we've been honored to be a part of ALS Bite Nite, and once again, we're honored to be here with you, celebrating in a little different fashion in 2020. My wife and I have had a couple people that we have lost to ALS, and we are so honored to be here working with the ALS Arizona Chapter, helping with all the work that they do with families and those who are living with ALS. Tonight, I have bartender extraordinaire Walker Miller with me. He's going to be mixing up some cocktails for you to enjoy, give you a little lesson, just so we can kick this off the right way at the virtual events, ALS Bite Nights. So Walker, take it away.
Today we're going to be making a couple signature cocktails for you that are going to be part of our winter menu here at Ling & Louie's. Hopefully you guys will be able to stop by sometime this winter and give these a shot. We're going to go ahead and get started with our cranberry margarita first. So what we're going to do is get our mixing cup out here. We're going to grab our tequila of choice. Ours is going to be Espolon Reposado, but you guys can use anything you would like to try and make this at home. So we're going to put 2 ounces of our Espolon Reposado, and we're going to throw that right in our mixing cup here. Move that out of the way. And then we're going to use a little bit nicer version of triple sec, but you guys can use kind of anything you would like. It's just a really nice orange liqueur. This is going to be Patron Citronage. We're going to take about 3/4 of an ounce here, and then we're just going to throw that right into that mixing glass with that. And then with that, I'm going to get a little bit of cranberry juice. So this is going to be a cranberry margarita, a little bit different take on a regular margarita. A little bit more of those holiday flavors in there. So we're going to add about probably an ounce and a half. We're going to throw in there. So there's that. And on top of that, I'm just going to throw a little bit of lime juice, as per pretty traditional margarita, as well as some of our house-made ginger lime syrup. So this is going to be more like that fresh lime juice, but we also make this in-house, infuse it with a ginger lime, really brings out a lot of those citrusy flavors. So we'll add about a half an ounce in there as well. And we're going to add some fresh ice in there. We're going to give this a good shake, really mix up all those ingredients. So, and while doing that, I'm going to grab my glass here. And I'm going to grab a fresh lime, cut every day, and then we're just going to give this a nice little whirl around the glass so we can throw some sugar on the rim, compared to a normal salt you would throw on a regular margarita. So get that nice and covered around the rim. We're going to pop this open, get some fresh ice in that glass. And now I'm just going to strain that right into the glass for you. And have that there, and now we're just going to garnish that. Going to take a couple fresh cranberries here, throw those right on top. And then I'm just going to take a dehydrated lime wedge here, throw that right there, and that's ready to serve. Amazing winter cocktail there. And for our second cocktail tonight, we're going to be making a spiced dram. So this is going to be for you whiskey lovers out there that still want some of that winter flavors in your cocktail. So again, we're going to grab our mixing tin here, get some ice in there, And we're going to start with our redwood whiskey here. You can use any whiskey you'd like, but we infuse ours for this cocktail. We're going to use some cinnamon sticks and Thai chilies in there. That's really going to make that spice cinnamon flavor that you're going to get out of this whiskey. So we're going to start with that, about 2 ounces of whiskey here. Throw that right in our tin. We're going to move that whiskey back out of the way. And we're going to be using a Real pumpkin puree for this. So this is going to really add to that winter and just end of the year holiday flavors. We're going to add about a ½ ounce of this. Throw that right in there. And I'm just going to move that out of the way, put this back over here, and we're going to be using an apple cider here. So you can use any apple cider you like, but again, this is really going to add to that winter aesthetic. We're going to throw about 1.5 ounces of that in there. Throw that right in the tin. And then the last ingredient here is again going to be our ginger lime syrup that we make in-house. A very amazing syrup, really all around well for cocktails. We're going to add about another ½ ounce of this in here. Throw that right in the tin. And then we're going to give this a good shake, just like our other cocktails. So, give that a nice shake. Get our glass over here. We're going to get some fresh ice in this glass here. And now we're going to take this part, strain that straight into our glass. Take that right to the top. Move this out of the way. And now we're going to top this one with a couple cinnamon sticks. Lime, and that one's going to be ready to serve as well.
Wow, those looked fantastic and, you know, so easy for our friends to make at home. So thanks a lot, Walker, with Ling & Louie's. I love Ling & Louie's for that awesome display. Your talent behind the bar is impeccable. Come to my house, I have a bar. All right, I would love to introduce you to tonight's live band, the Hamptons. They have a spectacular set lined up for us this evening. It's unbelievable. Play us a little something, keep the pre-game, pre-show party going.
Woo!
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far. Don't worry, baby, just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't need to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe. Remember the day I set you free? I told you you could always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made a vow I'll be there when you want me, some way, somehow. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe. Oh, baby, no wind, no rain, no winter's cold can't stop me, baby. Oh, no, baby, 'cause you want my if you're ever in trouble, I'll be there on the double. Just send for me, oh, baby. My love is alive, way down in my heart, all the way miles apart. If you ever need a helping hand, I'll be there on the double, just as fast as I can. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, there tonight supporting such a great cause. We're the Hamptons Band. Let's kick it off, too. Just take them old records off the shelf. I sit and listen to them by myself. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Don't try to take me to a disco. You'll never even get me out on the floor. In 10 minutes I'll be headed for the door. I like that old time rock and roll. Still like that old time rock and roll. The kind of music just soothes the soul. I reminisce about the days of old with that old time rock and roll, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh, now listen up. Won't go to hear them play a tango. I'd rather hear some blues or funky old soul. There's only one true way to get me to go. Stop playing old time rock and roll. Call me a relic, call me what you will. Say I'm old fashioned, say I'm over the hill. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Still like that old time rock and roll. The kind of music just soothes the soul. I reminisce about the days of old with that old time rock and rock and rock and rock and roll, yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, yeah. Oh, sing it with us, will you, Jim? Still like that old time rock and roll. The kind of music just soothes the soul. Ha, I reminisce about the days of old with that old time rock and roll. Yeah, still like that old time rock and roll. The kind of music just soothes the soul. I reminisce about the days of old with that old time rock and roll. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, come on, Scott. You're not done. All right, now, Steve, can you take us home? Take. That's right. Oh, you've been in pandemic too long. Come on now, Steve. Play it, play it. Hey, yeah. Rock and roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Hamptons, you guys rock. That was outstanding. Not to worry, they will be playing for us again in the main program. While Bite Night is celebrated differently this year, we do want to take a moment to reminisce on all of the fun memories that we've had the last couple of years. The main program will begin in just a few minutes, so now is the time to grab your drinks, maybe a catered bite, and your cell phone so you don't miss one single second of the program.
It's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance neath the cover of October skies. All the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. I am trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. You know the night's magic seems to whisper and hush, and all that soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the moment has come. I know now the timing is just right, and straight into your arms I will run. When you call, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. And in there, all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I will make you my own. And every time I touch you, you just tremble inside. And I know how much you want me that you can't hide. Can I just have one more dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? It's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance beneath the cover of October skies. All the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. I am trying to please with the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. You know the night's magic seems to whisper and hush, and all that soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? My love, my love, my love, my love, my love. One more dance with you, with you, with you, with you. And I just have one more dance with you, my love.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bite Nite 2020. My name is Tara Norley, and I am the president and CEO of the ALS Association Arizona Chapter. While this year threw us nothing but curveballs, our mission remains the same, and that is why we are all here tonight. ALS does not stop, and neither do we.
Tonight is about raising awareness and funds for ALS, and we cannot do that without your help. So thank you for tuning in and spending an hour of your evening with us. Please join me in welcoming my friend and yours, our most favorite auctiontainer in the world, Letitia Fry.
Haha. Thank you so much, Taryn, and welcome everyone. And so I just want to point out, we are here at VX3 in the studios, and I want to give a shout out to our entire crew because we have worked tirelessly. As you can see when we come on and off the stage, yes, I'm wearing a mask. There are X's marked out to show us where we are 6 feet apart. We have followed all the CDC guidelines to make sure that we are here for the ALS 11th annual Bite Night with you safely while we virtually pivot and take care of everyone here in the studio together. So those of you that don't know me, my name's Letitia Fry, and I am your auctiontainer. It is fantastic to be back here with ALS. Now, if you're out there streaming, maybe you caught us on Facebook. Who knows where you found us? But most importantly, if you're at a watch party, first of all, thank your host for me. And second of all, that might mean that some of you are not registered to bid. Why? This is what we lovingly call in the virtual space a two-device event, meaning you actually watch on one and bid on the other. So what do you bid on? Well, that thing you never go out without anyone, anywhere, your phone. So if you're not already registered, go to bitenite.org. Now, if you're like me, and by the way, this is live TV, so, you know, I can even take this, throw it over there on that, you know, lots of things going on. So, BiteNite.org. I spelt it wrong right out. It's not night, it's BITENITE.org. If you're not registered, get registered for free. Because here's what's going on here tonight. We got a lot of things. For one, I've got 9 premier auction items that are known as live auction items. Now, those of you that know me in the regular space know it should sound something like this. 1,000, you have it at 15, now 2, now 25, you have it at 3, now 35, now 4. But that's not what I'm doing here tonight. I'm actually going to talk you through it. That's right, we're going to talk through it, and we're actually going to get a chance to keep bidding on that. You're going to get the silent, you get to bid on this and join the 100% tax deductible gift of the Fund the Fight that is actually going to go all the way through Monday. Can you believe it's the end of the month on Monday? What happened to November? I feel like October took 2 years and November went by in a blink of an eye. That's right. On Monday, the 30th of November at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Arizona this time of year, we're known as Mountain Time. We're going to let you continue to give. But here now tonight, every time you see me on your screen, I'm either getting something for you and giving it away, or I'm giving you a chance to support us by winning, giving, or purchasing something. So let's talk about those mystery boxes. They're $50 a piece. Now, if you're actually on either your phone or you're on a tablet, I went and checked this out. You'll see the 9 premier live auction items first, and underneath it, a plethora of buttons, one of which is how to donate during the Fund the Fight, another is about raffle tickets, and another is about, well, all kinds of other things, but mystery boxes. $50 a piece. Guess what? There are 100. How many are left? 6. That's it. You can at least win something for $50, but possibly some earbuds or maybe some C2 tactical time. So there's 6 left. Those should be gone in like a second. What else? Well, remember I told you about the raffle. That is the thing that's ending here tonight. They're 1 for 25 and 5 for 100. What can you win? Well, for one, how about a brand new 43-inch smart TV? That's right. What else? What about a wine fridge with a 12-bottle capacity? Guess what we put in it? You got it. 12 bottles of wine, otherwise known as the COVID care kit. That's right. So here's what we're going to keep going, and this is what it's about. We're here to laugh, cry, celebrate, and support ALS. And those of you that know me, that we're going to do a little bit of all of that here tonight. So there's a couple other things I want to tell you about. For one, again, don't be on Internet Explorer. That's like 4 years ago, and in Internet time, that's like 10,000 years ago. So make sure you're on Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari. Get that phone out. Get your friends, your family, your cocktails. And most importantly, for those of you that watch parties, thank you for safe social distancing and gathering together. While we can't be with you, we are together here tonight. One of the other ways we're together is through social media. I want you to go on social media. Now, if you're actually on Instagram or Facebook, it's the same tag. It's ALS, spell out Arizona, ALS Arizona. If you're on Twitter, well, then it's ALS AZ. What are you going to tag? I want you to go to hashtag defeat ALS AZ. Again, hashtag defeat ALS AZ. I already did it today, and that's the best part, because remember, this is the Arizona chapter. While ALS is a global issue, we here in Arizona have some of the finest treatment and some of the most cutting-edge research that you're going to hear about tonight. So that's pretty much how we do what we do. But most importantly, it's about that pivot that Taryn told you about. It's about the Hamptons being behind me, everyone here in studio, and you safely at home. This is Thanksgiving weekend, and I know I myself was probably more thankful than ever this weekend, not only for my health, but for the people in my life. And that is how it is here today, especially with you at home and those of you who will support us here tonight as we do Bite Night for the 11th time, but our first ever virtual. So remember, 9 live auction items, silent auction items, fun the fight, probably no more mystery boxes, and of course, grab those raffle tickets, 1 for $25, 5 for $100, get a TV, maybe some wine. Either way, it's just a simple way to support ALS and help us in our fight. So now that you know what's going on, let's get on with the show. So if you didn't see our VIP pre-show, I want to bring 2 special people up here, but most importantly, they're incredible advocates, not only for the ALS Arizona organization, but for so many nonprofits and for so much in the Valley. So the fact that they're here on this holiday weekend with us, it's huge. So you know her as an award-winning journalist, and of course, she's an amazing podcast, she's a TV personality, and a celebrity. She's also an amazing mom and wife, and a friend to myself. The next man, maybe you might not recognize him, but when he opens his mouth, he has a voice of gold. You'll recognize him as an award-winning, well, radio personality, and also a celebrity in his own right. This is his 11th time emceeing this. So with that being said, I'm gonna save social distance and get out of here. Put your hands at home together and welcome Catherine Anaya, and you didn't probably know he has a first name, but Gatos actually is Larry Gatos. I'll see you all in a bit.
Thank you, Letitia. She is amazing.
Why are you award-winning and I'm not?
You're gonna have to talk to the award
No
gods
one
about
ever
that.
wants to give me an award. Just lie and say I'm award-winning.
You get
it's
one
okay.
tonight for
All right.
being here tonight.
All right, good,
I am
good.
so excited to co-MC with you, by
Great
the way.
to see you.
Yes. With your help tonight, we are going to be one step closer to finding a cure. At last year's Bite Night events in both Phoenix and Tucson, we raised $500,000. With those funds, we've loaned 1,812 pieces of equipment to patients. We have served 606 patients, visited with 505 patients at ALS certified centers, funded 1,445 hours of respite, provided 122 clinic trips to families, had 59 participants in the youth program. We truly have so much to be thankful for. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors, including our platinum sponsors, Valley Toyota Dealers, Barrow Neurological Institute, and Infinity of Scottsdale. Our gold sponsors, Permobile Foundation, ADL Solutions, My Home Group, Bell Lexus, BOK Financial, BlackRock Coffee Bar, and Big 2 Toyota of Chandler. And our silver sponsors, Home Care Resources, Instant Care, Insperity, National Bank of Arizona, Ernst & Young, Henry & Horn, Chase Sports Specialist, New Motion Foundation, the Surplus Line Association of Arizona, Mayo Clinic, and Bonneville, and our bronze sponsors.
You know, while Bite Night this year isn't the big party, you know, we've all come to expect from us, but here's the thing. We hope you will feel just as much a part of the party tonight with us from the safety of your own home. So, you know, we have an action-packed hour planned for you. We've got a live band performance. We're going to be honoring healthcare heroes. There's a speed painting show that's going on right now. Famous local artist, Katie Von Kral, amazing. We've got a live auction, a Fund the Fight appeal, a chef demonstration, and much more. So don't forget, very important, register online on your smart device to bid on auction packages. You can purchase mystery boxes, drawing entries, and merchandise. So quantities and items are limited. So you got to get going now. Let's get going right now. Right now, let's go before you miss out.
We had overwhelming support from our restaurant partners this year, including Brat House. So let's pop in there now and say hello to our friends attending a Bite Night watch party there. Oh, they are eating some great food. Hi, guys. Hey, it's good to see you.
That's awesome.
Thanks for celebrating with us and fundraising with us. We also want to thank the Capitol Grill tonight, Sienna Gaves. Oh, they're talking back. Good to see you guys.
Hi, guys.
All right, so let me back up for just a second.
That food looks good.
Yes. We also want to thank the Capitol Grill tonight, Sienna Gaves, Fogo de Chao, Kingfisher, Ling & Louie's, and Maple and Ash, as well as our catering partners, Benedict's Catering and Events, Creations and Cuisine Catering, Gallery of Food Catering, Heidi's Events and Catering, Le Grand Orange Cake Shop, Nam's Bake Shop, and Sweetie's Sweets for participating in the event this year. Now, we know This year has been extremely challenging for all of you, so having your support tonight means so much.
Oh, you're all so amazing. You know, without your support, Bite Night 2020 would not be possible. We got to do Bite Night. We got to do it every year. Now let's kick it over to tonight's bartender, who will be making our signature drink.
Good evening. My name is John Bankwell. I'm the owner of Ling and Louie's Asian Bar and Grill here in Scottsdale. And we are here making the signature ALS Bite Night cocktail. Some of you may have received this in your VIP packages, but if not, we'd love for you to make this at home with us. So we're gonna start with a special concoction. This is a cranberry and thyme simple syrup. What we did was we took sugar, equal parts sugar and water, and fresh cranberries, threw them in, boiled it until the cranberries all popped. Then we strained it all out, pushed it through a sieve, so you get all the cranberry juice and all the delicious tart flavors pushed through there. And then while it's cooling off, we threw in some fresh thyme into the syrup. So you have the aromatics of the thyme, absolutely wonderful. You got the tart sweetness from the simple syrup. So we're gonna put about ½ an ounce into our mixing glass here. And then we are also going to put in some grenadine. You can get any sort of grenadine at the store, whichever one you prefer. We'll put ½ an ounce of that, and then we're also going to put in ½ an ounce of pomegranate juice. Okay. Then we get to add the fun stuff. So we're going to mix ours with vodka. This is Blue Clover, local distillery here in Arizona. They do a wonderful job. I like to party, so we're gonna do a good 2 ounces of this. And we're gonna add some ice and shake it all up. So the important part about making a great cocktail is giving it a good shake. So we're gonna get all of those ingredients incorporated. And then we are going to strain this over fresh ice into the glass of your choice. Should have a nice bright red color, which also happens to be the color of ALS, the ALS Association. And then we're going to top that off with some sparkling water. So this will give it some effervescence, help kind of cut through some of the sweetness and make it all together deliciously enjoyable. And then if you really want to have some fun, we have some fresh thyme and cranberries that we're just going to sprinkle on top. And then a couple thyme sprigs go in just like so. And there you have the official ALS Bite Night cocktail. Cheers.
Hi, my name is Jerry Wissink. I'm the CEO of the VHHS Legacy Foundation here in Arizona, and I'm here tonight helping to toast this wonderful organization, ALS Association. We really like supporting their navigation program, helping patients find the right resources they need. We've involved in fishing and horseback riding and various activities that the patients are able to take part in. About 8 years ago, Taryn put me at a table at her first event, and I had a chance to meet an incredible couple, Jerry and Monica, and they made me realize the significance of ALS and the amount of courage and patience that it takes to deal with this dreadful, dreadful disease. And that's why we're here tonight. We're here tonight to figure out a way to, with donations and support from you folks, to make a difference and to attempt to find a cure. We hope that you'll join the Legacy Foundation. We would be honored to match your funding tonight. So I asked all of you to raise your glass so we could cheer a world without ALS.
Yes, that was awesome. We can all agree to cheer to that. Together, we can defeat ALS. I would like to introduce you to tonight's live band, the Hamptons. They have a great set lined up for us this evening. So, guys and gal, if you wouldn't mind playing a little something for us to keep this party going.
I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control, 'cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying.
You better shape up, 'cause I need a man, and my heart is set on you. You better shape up, you better understand, to my heart I must be true.
Nothing left for me to do. You're the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 the one I need. Oh yes indeed. Hey.
If you're filled with affection, you're too shy to convey. Meditate in my direction, feel your way.
I better shape up, 'cause you need a man.
I need a man who can keep me satisfied.
I better shape up if I'm gonna prove.
You better prove that my faith is justified.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure down deep inside.
You're the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 the one I need. Oh yes indeed. You're the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 the one I need. Oh yes indeed. You're the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 the one I need. Oh yes indeed. You're the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want, you are the one I want. Ooh, 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 the one I need. Oh yes indeed. Oh.
Awesome. You guys
That's
rocked.
awesome.
How did you know that was one of my faves? I love doing that to karaoke, so next time I'm singing. Okay, that rocked. We have, by the way, 9 unforgettable live auction items available tonight in case you didn't know that. You may have noticed this beautiful blonde right here to my left. Yes, she is here painting a piece that you're watching her create live on set. It is one of our live auction items tonight.
Wow.
So Katie, if you wouldn't mind, tell us a little bit about yourself and your incredible talent.
Well, the ladies asked me tonight if I could paint something for them in 20 minutes. So I said I'd be up for the challenge. And,
did that in 20 minutes?
I think I got something coming, but it's not done yet. So
Okay, well,
Yeah,
if anybody's going to
that's
do
what
it,
I
it's
do.
you. Definitely.
Thank
Thank you for being here tonight. So let's
amazing.
give it up for Katie. Yes. Her work is extraordinary. Really extraordinary, and I cannot wait to see how much we can raise for that one-of-a-kind piece. Her work is known for going of upwards of $10,000, in case you didn't know that. We're going to check back in with Katie later on in the program.
You know, we have so much to be thankful for, and tonight is no exception. This year, we're honoring our healthcare heroes at our ALS certified centers and ALS clinics who go above and beyond for our patients and families, especially during these difficult times. So we are proud to honor Dr. Lauda at the Barrow Neurological Institute and Dr. Levine at Honor Health.
I'm Kathy Shalotsky. I live in Lake Havasu. Moved there in 1977 and married Chip, my husband. We had 2 daughters. We have a granddaughter that's 12. My doctor is Dr. Lotta at Barrows. When I go there, I see like 9 different people.
My name's Shafiq Lotta. I'm a neurologist at the Barrow Neurological Institute. I run the ALS Center there, a one-stop shop for patients with ALS. And the idea is that they should be able to have one place where they can get great clinical care, they can have access to lots of research opportunities, they can get infusions and medications, and really have everything all in one spot.
I always come away from there feeling great. I wish I could go once a month instead of every 3 months.
The ALS Association has really been great to work with, and almost all the ALS centers around the country couldn't do it without grant funding from the ALS Association.
I haven't been going to the clinic because of COVID.
Yeah, COVID-19 has been challenging. I think there's a few ways that it's really challenged either both our care but also quality of life for our patients. So first of all, seeing them in clinic has been difficult. The other thing that's been challenging is our patients don't have 10, 20, 30 years to wait to get out and do things that are enjoyable to them. And every day they lose function. And to be trapped at home and not be able to do those things that really enhance our quality of life is really difficult for them.
The worst part of this disease is I feel hopeless, Taking part in the studies, I'm hoping soon they find a cure, cause, or whatever.
ALS has the largest pipeline of therapeutics in all of neurology right now. There are treatments being tested at all stages of research, and I'm really hopeful that we're going to find meaningful treatments in the next 5-10 years.
I think a lot about how hard it would be to be a doctor for a disease that there's no cure.
Unfortunately, we don't cure people with this disease, but we can make them feel a lot better. And that really is an extremely satisfying feeling as a physician.
I'm Todd Levine. I'm the medical director for neurology for Honor Health. I'm also the medical director for the ALS clinic at Honor Health. What we do in the ALS clinic is really try to take patients that have this terribly devastating disease and find ways to get them to function better.
Dr. Levine we love because Dr. Levine is cool. This is Mohammed Reza, Noruzi Isfahani. We are a family of 4, my wife, my daughter, and my son.
I enjoy getting to know the patient and the family and knowing what goes into a person, that it's not just a disease.
Dr. Levine you can joke around with, you can have a good time with, and that's what I like about him. I trust him.
The advantage of going to a clinic that has been certified is really the idea that many very smart people 30 years ago said this is the way we think the best ALS clinics could be run. So with the different kinds of therapists, with social worker, with dietitians, with patients from the regional ALS support groups, and that there's a strong drive to work on research. I've been hugely impressed with the Arizona chapter for the 20 years that I've had a clinic. What it really has provided is the ability to get someone into the patient's home and to actually see what life is like.
And if there's going to be any problem, they can cooperate fast enough to prevent any kind of accident or to prevent any kind of emergency. do I stay hopeful? I have a lot to lose. I can carry on the pain just because I want to be with my family. That makes me very strong.
The optimism I take with it every time I'm in clinic is the idea that I'm going to do something to make life a little better for the next 3 months. I know 12 months, 24 months down the road, there will be many things that will be worse, but I always view the fact that there's always hope. There's always hope that I can do something to make the next 3 months better.
I love Bob Marley. Bob Marley I like because his ideas. And he did say that if being strong is your only choice, then you gotta do it. You gotta be strong. Okay, fine. There is a message for patient. Be strong, that's your only choice. There you go. That's one message. So this is gonna go to Hollywood.
Yes, I think Hollywood, she's going to take it there right after this.
You cannot help but be moved. We are so grateful. Thank you, Dr. Lada at Barrow Neurological Institute and Dr. Levine at Honor Health. The individualized care you provide people living with ALS is remarkable. Have you seen the exclusive merchandise being sold online tonight? I am wearing this Cure ALS bracelet, and Larry has on the Cure ALS socks, and of course, we're wearing the masks tonight. With the holiday season right around the corner, these items are the perfect gift for your loved ones and a great way to garner support and awareness for ALS, and they look great on you, Larry.
I love these socks. I totally look great in these socks.
You do.
Look at that.
Totally.
I am rocking the socks. Hey, we've got lots of exciting silent auction packages, trips, entertainment, family experiences, dining, apparel, and more. And wow, we've got a TV and a loaded wine fridge. We're going to fight over that. A loaded wine fridge in tonight's drawing, which is just awesome. So get your tickets now before they close. 1 ticket for 25 bucks, 5 for 100. You could be tonight's lucky winner. Now, before we kick it over to Letitia, here's the deal. Got to get our live auction started. And we want to share a special message from our friend. How about this? Luis Gonzalez.
Good evening, guys. It's Luis Gonzalez from the Arizona Diamondbacks. We appreciate your amazing support this year and look forward to raising funds and awareness for ALS tonight. Let's defeat ALS, Arizona. Let's go.
Well said, Gonzo. And if you're out there, we love you and thank you for your support of ALS. Is everybody having a good time? What about the band behind me? Are we having fun? Woo! We are in this studio. Remember, we're at VX3, safe social distance, marked out 6 feet apart. I can't even say that. And then, of course, that's going to happen on live TV. That's what this is about. But this is also why, I should be saying, Mike could do things like 25, you bid at 30 now, 35, you bid at 4. I'd rather you bid by $1,000 increments. It's true. So here's the part that is so much fun. My name is Letitia Fry. People call me the auction tainer because it's an auction, it's entertaining, and hey, it's stock. So we're going to go through the 9 items right now. Now, this is a family affair. My daughter's home from college. My kids work for me. It's always what teens are for, working. And so she's here tonight. So when you see me look over the side, it's because she's actually typing away what you're doing at home. So we're going to check in with who our bidders are. And then when we go to the next portion of Fund Our Fight, here's what I want you to understand. I'm not here to just simply speak at you. I want to speak with you. So if you're bidding or giving, I'm going to call you by name. I may butcher your name. It's totally okay. It happens sometimes. But most importantly, it's about all of us being together, even though we can't be together. So let's take a look at this live auction. So for one, and I want to point out, those mystery boxes, they're gone. So there's no more spending your money on that. And you heard Gatos actually tell you 1 for 25, 5 for 100. At the end of this show, it's the one thing that absolutely ends when we're over. I'm going to find out who the winners are of a 43-inch TV and, of course, that wine fridge that we're all fighting about here, full with 12 bottles of wine. So keep purchasing those. You're going to see the 9 items. Underneath them are buttons. One is for give, one is for that. Right now, let's go to those 9 items. So here we go. The first one is an incredible opportunity that has to do with going to the beautiful island of Kauai. Just so you know, Hawaii is actually opening back up, and I want to give a special shout out. I can't say shout out. See that? My tongue gets tied. But actually, Margie is out there. Margie Newman, I want to say thank you. Not only have you donated this, and I know you're watching, but because of you, we raised $50,000 actually in our golf tournament tournament, and you've been able to support so many of our programs. So Margie, cheers to you and thank you. So now all of the trips I'm selling here tonight, and I have 9 live auction items, and about 4 or 5 of them are trips, have dates that are specific. But remember, 2021 is coming with a lot of promise. If for any reason we're still up against this COVID virus, we will extend these trips. So feel free to bid. Let's talk about Kauai. This is a 2-bedroom, beautiful, located at the actual point at Poipu, which is actually out on Shipwreck Beach. It's incredible in Kauai. I've been. You do not want to miss it. This is 7 nights, 8 days. Although it is a 2-bedroom, it sleeps up to 6 of you. Now, here's the thing about this one. This one's actually going to go from a Friday to a Friday on this one. This is from Friday, July 30th, all the way until August 6th. That's an opportunity to head out to Kauai, safe social distance, be on the beach, be out in nature, and support ALS. This is a over $3,500 trip, and if I look right now, it's at $2,975 with Amanda Kerberg. So Amanda, right now, that tan looks good on you, but clickety-clack, come on back and keep bidding because we're going to keep going through this through the night. What about the second one? Well, have you ever thought about doing this? I actually did this once, and I gave it to a loved one. I do not recommend eating spicy food or drinking too much alcohol the night before because you're going to get in with a fighter pilot in an actual jet that actually was used in the Air Force to train actual Air Force jet fighter pilots themselves. That's right. We're talking about like major G's, negative G's. We're talking about going upside down, going down, and you're going to take off from Deer Valley Airport. You're going to go out towards Lake Pleasant. It's incredible. Your captain's name is Spanky. And then, of course, actually at home right now are the Mankeys. The Mankeys are actually out there. Rob and Doreen, thank you. I know you're out there. You were so generous to us, and you were the ones that garnered this actual item. Now, right now, for this one, what we're looking at, I'm looking at Take Flight. Jay Kohler is in the lead at $1,000. That is a priceless item that I have actually purchased for, well, sold for as high as $10,000 before. So Jay's actually in the lead here, and by the way, that's the man behind producing the show. So we'll make sure that he spins upside down and has a really good time. Let's keep on going from there. Our third item is none other than, you know, we're standing here. Is it a model? Is it a painter? I don't know. She's absolutely stunning. That's right. We have our live painting that's coming up soon with Katie. But before we get to that, let's talk about golf. But if you see her in the background painting away, I'm actually giving her a heads up because she's coming up after this item as she's frantically painting. So let's talk about that's right, all throughout the pandemic, one of the most safe and social distance sports has been golf. So this is an incredible opportunity for you to actually be with none other than the Dormy Network. Now, this is actually, as you know, that golf course that's in North Carolina. It's a network of the best golf courses in the world. An entire year-long membership for you to go to 6 private clubs that are not open, not only be able to golf, but enjoy all of their membership activities. This is an incredible opportunity, whether you actually want to go there in Texas, North Carolina. In fact, our Texas course, the Briggs Ranch course, is number 19 in Texas. And the one after that, our Victoria, that course is actually number 43 in the United States. Like I said, Dormy's in North Carolina. You have a chance to actually go to 3 others that are incredible from, of course, Arbor and Hidden Creek, so many. That's a $16,000 package, $16,000 to golf all over the country. Right now, there's no bids. It's a $2,500 opening bid. That's where you go shopping and find out. So now that I gave her a heads up, let's go visit this gorgeous lady. Now, for those of you that don't know, she was actually born in Las Vegas, and she came here, spent over 20 years now in Phoenix. You might recognize some of her work because she actually spearheaded the entire renovation of the Civic Center down in Phoenix that started, you know, that's like a 1900s early project. Her art can be seen in so many. She's been hired by Google, but most importantly, I know her from events like this. She speed paints, she's gorgeous. She actually went to ASU, that's right, she's a Sun Devil, to get her Bachelor of Fine Arts, and she's here with us now. So let's check in more than 6 feet apart with our dear friend Katie Kroll. Katie, how's it going over there?
Hi, we're doing pretty good over here.
Katie Von Kroll,
Yeah,
otherwise known as KVK, that's what they call her. I believe we can finally figure this out. She was painting upside down. What are we looking at, Katie?
This is Pat Tillman.
That's right, Arizona hero and a world hero. Katie has an amazing patriotic spirit to many of her paintings. So, Pat Tillman, remember, they go as high as $10,000. Current bid right now actually is going to be with David Campione, $1,000. Keep that going. And remember, keep bidding, keep often. What's coming up next? After this is actually a chance to go to the Capitol Grill. This one is in the Biltmore, and that is actually with our executive chef, Fudge. That's right. Could you imagine? He actually cooks steaks and everything, but could you imagine? He was supposed to be a chef if your last name is Fudge. You're going to be cooking something delicious. So he's actually going to be taking care of you with 4 courses, 8 of you, and wines with the sommelier. But here's what I want to point out. In my line of work, these restaurants restaurants are integral, as are these resorts, integral parts of how we raise money in the nonprofit world in an actual live environment. So do me a favor. They're standing by us, even though their actual industries were decimated. If you're thinking about going out, go to the Biltmore, visit some of these hotels, and remember, thank them for actually being with us as we fight ALS. So who's in at that dinner? Right now, we're at $950 with David Campione. He's in 2 so far. What's up next? Oahu, Hawaii. That's right. This is none other Oahu, Hawaii that actually came from one of our favorite actual board members, and that's David Showerman. David is not only a board member, he is a person out there, a hero living with ALS. Cheers to you, David, and thanking you for giving this incredible vacation. This is a chance to go to the island of Oahu. That's right, Honolulu. You'll be staying at the Western there. This is a trip for 7 nights, 8 days. This time you're actually going to go from the 23rd of July, which is a Friday, to the 30th of July, which is also a Friday. 7 nights, 8 days, Oahu, currently at Janie Daryl, now that's not an easy one. Dalrymple, that's not easy. Janie, you're out there at $2,250. I hope that you get those Mai Tais and keep going. What else? This next one has no bids, and it's a desert oasis retreat. Look, we might be here in our desert, but Indio is majorly different out by Palm Springs, and it's home to those outlet stores. This is a chance at 7 nights and 8 days. Now, these next 3 trips all come from the same family, and I know they're out there. And Mary, I want to say that, Mary Howard, you have been so incredible to us over so many years, and I know that you're there with your son and your daughter. Thank you so much, Robert, Lily, we love you all. So now let's talk about these 3 trips coming up. Indio, this one's for 6 of you. You're going to get a chance at 7 nights and 8 days. That's right, over Memorial Day. This one's going to be from May 28th all the way till June 4th. An opportunity to golf, to shop, and so much more. No bids, and that's a $2,500 trip. Great way to support ALS. What's next? How about, what are you doing over that little holiday that never quite works out for me? We jokingly call that Black, whatever day it is, Friday, Thursday, Friday. The thing is, for me, you know it as Valentine's Day. So here's the thing, that this is it. For those lovebirds that are out there, Valentine's Day is a fantastic time to go down to San Diego. And once again, thanks to Mary and her entire family, it's an opportunity for a week. Remember, we're going to be generous if for any reason 2021 we're still up against this, but this is from Saturday to Saturday. Saturday the 13th of February all the way to the 20th. You're going to be right down there in the heart of San Diego, close to Coronado, right there, and being able to go to the Gaslamp District. Incredible. And guess what? If you're like me and Valentine's Day isn't really your holiday, it's actually a studio apartment with a full kitchen that is for 3. So make it a girls trip and have the best Valentine's Day ever, or maybe the guys can go golfing, whatever. Have a good time and take the kids. But if you're lovebirds, great trip. Right now, we're sitting at that one, San Diego. Christopher Hammond's in the lead right there. $675. That's a steal. And of course, the last of our trips, Mary and your family, thank you, is one of my favorite things to do in the summer, and it's for 4th of July. This 4th of July is going to be extraordinary as we all continue to pop out post the pandemic and celebrate once again. How about Park City, Utah? This one is actually from the 4th of July is on a Sunday this year, so it starts on Saturday the 3rd, goes all the way through the 10th of July. Now, here's the thing. You have an opportunity to go to Park City. I went with my kids. Do you know that that's the 2nd largest bobsledding in the world, and in the summer you can go. It's the only one they let non-professionals on. Amazing. This is currently at Sherry Isbell at $900. That's your live auction. Remember, 1,000, you have it to 15, now 2, now 25, now 3. That's not going to happen. It will next time we meet. But for right now, keep those bids coming, because it's time to go back and rock out with the Hamptons.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. blossom on the tree. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. Yeah, for when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Yeah, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. I'm feeling good. I feel so good. Oh, I'm feeling good.
Oh, that was awesome. I just got to dance with my wife for the first time all year in a suit, and she's all dressed up. So I want to thank you guys. That was awesome. Right? It's a great song. That was fantastic. You know, now, as many of you know, in Arizona, we're extremely lucky to have 3 certified ALS centers and 2 ALS clinics that provide people living with ALS only the utmost care. We are proud to honor Dr. Siva Kumar and Dr. Scherer.
I was diagnosed with ALS in May of 2017. That was after about a year of symptoms. I go to Arizona Neuromuscular Research Center. Main thing that I really enjoy about going to Dr. Siva Kumar's office is I feel like I get one-on-one care, and I really feel like I'm in good hands.
I'm Dr. Siva Kumar. I provide care for patients with ALS in Phoenix. I've been here for nearly 22 years. I started the first clinic dedicated to ALS patients in the Valley. My job essentially is to try and keep patients and their caregivers and their families reasonably cheerful throughout the illness, given the fact that there is no cure or treatment to stop the progression of the disease.
With the clinics, you get the doctor, a speech therapist, respiratory, physical therapy, nutrition. They all come to see you, ALS Association. All your needs are taken care of, and everybody is on the same page and knows what's going on.
By providing all of it in one place, a multidisciplinary approach, it would save a lot of time. And for ALS, there is no other way to get care.
The other thing that I really appreciate about the clinic is that he does a lot of clinical trials. If there's something that's coming up that might be appropriate for me to consider as a trial, he's right there to offer that to me. And so I've been on the oral edaravone trial. I really feel like I'm blessed in the sense that I've been given time to enjoy life right now. I'm thankful that I've got some quality of life and time to enjoy my family and still go out and do things as much as possible. And the clinic and ALS Association and the care team is really a great source of hope and kind of keeps me with a positive outlook. Yeah.
How do you guys out? One of the most challenging things was trying to balance caring for Tyson 24/7, because someone with ALS requires like 24/7 care, and then also having 3 kids. It was me and Tyson, and then we have 3 boys. Our very first symptom that he could feel was he started complaining about holding the baby. He felt because the baby's only 6 months old when he got diagnosed, so at 3 months old, he's like, I can't hold the baby anymore. He was fine in July, and then in August, he started feeling a little sick. And then between the middle of August and September, Tyson lost tons of weight. He passed away on May 1st. So from the time he was diagnosed to the time he passed, it was about 6.5 months.
We've got patients that have been with us for decades, and unfortunately we also have patients that progress very, very rapidly. So it's a big range, and we're just there with them for as long as they're with us and help them as much as we can. My name is Dr. Catalin Scherer, and I am co-director of the ALS clinic here in Tucson at the University of Arizona and Banner University Medical Center.
He loved going to Dr. Scherer. She was amazing. She just made him feel so comfortable. So when we needed her to be just give us the facts and tell us how it was, she would do that. When we just needed to joke around a little bit, she was okay with that too.
We like to help people, and I love to help patients and families work through this journey together and problem solve. And that's valuable to me, I guess, in a weird emotional way, but that has value, tremendous value to help people.
Oh, he was great. Tyson, he had his hard days, right, where it's hard. It's hard to feel like you're gonna die, but he always had such a good attitude, and he joked around a ton. I think Tyson, he really knew that family was the most important thing to him. And so from a month after he got diagnosed, he quit his job and he just stayed home with the family all the time. They spawned snow globes or just pumpkins? The clinic was a lot of help. They help you kind of stay in control of ALS, but at the same time it's hard because people with ALS, they're always getting worse. They very rarely get better and never do, right? So it's also hard because sometimes when Tyson would leave clinic, he'd feel a little sad because he found out how quickly it was going. Because the ALS Association and the clinic work so close together, they were able to get us the things we needed when we needed them. It's a great resource for people to have, especially here in Arizona. I think we're super lucky. Some of my friends that are on the East Coast, they don't have the same resource, and it's hard. They're trying to find wheelchairs, they're trying to find ramps the cheapest way possible, they're trying to and all I had to do was reach out to Amber and be like, hey, I need a ramp, and then it was here at my house.
ALS is a very expensive disease, and so the donation dollars are all used very, very wisely and are stretched to their max. And so I encourage everybody to donate to the ALS Association.
We're doing pretty good. I feel it's hard without Tyson, but I feel we just play it day by day. Some moments are really, really hard, and some moments I'm we're still us. And I can feel him there, he'll always be there. He'll always be a part of our family. but it's hard to not have him here.
Amanda, we know that you're actually watching, and all of us in the studio, excuse me, want to say thank you, and to you and your children. We know Tyson is watching over you, and thank you for sharing your story. To Dr. Shiva Kumar, thank you so much, and Dr. Scherer, I've had the pleasure of knowing you. Thank you for taking such incredible care of our people here in Arizona. As you will hear from others, as well as Amanda mentioned, that our care and quality of life here in Arizona, because of the ALS Arizona Chapter, is truly amazing, and that's because of you. So this is the portion that we call Fund the Fight, and if you're actually on that, again, remember Bite Nite is bitenite.org. If you're having any problems, you can actually call 602-297-3800, but this is the part that matters the most. It's a 100% tax-deductible gift that actually comes in and helps us to continue to fund the fight. And it's you that bring the one word that you're going to hear over and over here tonight, and that's hope. Now, earlier tonight in the program, you saw my friend, that I call him that because he's a friend to so many, Jerry Wissink of BHHS Legacy Foundation. Jerry, I know you're out there watching this, and I see you in so many of my events giving. Thank you for your incredible generous donation, starting us off at $10,000 here tonight. It's incredible. And then, of course, I also want to thank, earlier, you know that they gave the pilot experience, but of course the Menkeys are out there. Rob and Doreen, thank you. You've also given $10,000. That means that all of you that are out there now, every donation that you give in that first $20,000 is being matched and turns into $40,000. This is an incredible opportunity for you. But also, please understand, I don't use a teleprompter. I'm out here just speaking to you, and this is why. A lot of people, when we pivoted into this, and just so you know, this is about my 43rd virtual event since April. They asked me, Letitia, without an audience here, how do you actually get that emotion to not feed off of them? Number one, I utilize the people that are here with us, because everyone in this studio, no matter why they're here, are here with heart, and they care. The other reason that I actually don't use notes is because I want you to feel what I feel, because it comes from my heart. Before COVID hit many years ago, I actually started to tour with ALS, and I went to the multidisciplinary clinics. I've actually had time also in the research centers with Dr. Bowser and many more. So please understand that this all comes from my heart. And for those of you that are at home, it's where we interact. As you give, I'm able to look at the screen and call you out and say thank you, because we can't gather in person, but we're all still gathering in hope for those with ALS, especially here at the Arizona chapter. And forgive me, because I am going to cry occasionally as we watch some of these videos and hear this. So at the $10,000 level, let's also talk about the fact that that is when we talk through our actual multidisciplinary clinics. You heard earlier Mary was actually talking, and she's actually the one that was with Dr. Lotta. She talked about how much it means to go to those clinics. During COVID, do you think that you or I felt somewhat trapped in safe social distancing or sheltering in place? Imagine not getting to just do the one thing you look forward to every 3 months. It has actually been proven that it can add up to 12 months to someone with ALS on their life. That's right, 12 months with your family. This is a disease that was discovered in 1869. 1869, and it has no cure. So please understand, every month, day, minute, and second given to these families because of you brings hope, and it brings quality of life. While there is no cure at this time, it is about living well with ALS, especially here in Arizona. So those of you that know $3,500, now believe me, when you're there and you click on these buttons, you're going to see $10,000, $3,500, $2,500, $1,000, $500, $250, and $100. And another button that lets you customize this. Normally I'd call out to $5,000. I want you to give any amount. No amount is too great or too small. But most importantly, the reason I say $3,500 is because that's the price of what it is for one family. Just one, with over 600 that are cared for in a year from ALS Arizona. What did they do? Well, they do so much, and it's a lot of what you actually heard. If you actually listen carefully to Amanda, who just told you about losing her beautiful husband, Tyson, you actually notice that there was a wheelchair in that shot. That wheelchair, he had a battle that lasted 6.5 months. That one is theirs, but actually ALS, that's a $35,000 wheelchair, was the one that provided the one that was put to them to borrow until the insurance could give them that one, which is about 6 months of a 6.5-month journey. This is imperative, and it's because of you they can do that. So if I look over at $3,500, and also just so you know, by the way, on my 2 matches, I want to point out as well that the Menkeys, Rob actually is with Goldman, so I want to thank the Goldman family for that as well. You know, that's his place of work, and anytime they actually pivot into that too, thank everyone at work for us too, Rob. So $3,500 is actually open right now with no bids, but I want to encourage you to continue not only to give, but to listen. And remember, we're going to be able to share this and through this entire weekend, because what this weekend is about for all of us is giving thanks for the people in our life and for our lives and health. And that's what we're doing for everyone here tonight with your help for those with ALS. So how about that $2,500? Well, you heard Amanda talk about it, and I just told you about that chair. Do you realize that anyone with ALS in a given time in 1 year period could have up to $70,000 worth of equipment in their home at any time? That's enormous. Now for myself, on the day that I first went to the multidisciplinary clinics, there were 5 different patients that were there in between the 3 months. They signed off and allowed me to go into very intimate moments with them. Anyone that actually some were only just diagnosed 2 months ago, some were actually going through years of battle, and very different types. But one of the women I met had basically what is actually in the bulbar region, meaning that it's affecting her ability to speak or to breathe, and she was using what's known as a boogie board. I didn't know what that was either, or thought it might be something you took to the beach. To people with ALS, that's a way to speak. Those are very, very expensive, but I'll never forget that day, because the woman that was with her newly diagnosed husband looked over at Amber, who gave her a sheet of all the different types of things that ALS can provide, and she got confused with a tear in her eye and said, well, how will I know what he needs? What will he need of this equipment? Amber very lovingly looked over and said, he will need all of it. It's just a matter of when. And that's the truth with ALS. So with your help, you can continue to help these people. And I do get choked up because I know them. And these are real people that are out there. And so one of them is our board member, who I know his grandmother was a woman living with ALS. Bo, I want to thank you for jumping in there at $2,500. I know you're out there watching. I also want to thank under this there that there's a lot of people in bids coming in right now, and the idea is to interact with you. So as we get into this $1,000 level right now, the ALS statistics are staggering, and the issue is this. Every 90 minutes, someone is diagnosed with this disease, and every 90 minutes, someone loses their battle with this disease. Although we have 2 treatments you heard Dr. Chura talk about, and we have a quality of life, there is no cure for this disease. You heard Amber say people don't get better, but you're also going to understand that you can give hope, quality of life, extension of time, and that while we continue to beat this disease and look for that cure, we can give those with it hope. So how about $1,000 to help us create a world without ALS? That is the goal. $1,000 has just come in from Lynette Gatos. Lynette, I know she's actually here, and that is actually, in case you didn't recognize her last name, Gatos. That is his better half. So we also want to thank her for that. And of course, there are so many different actual levels, but most importantly, again, we're just talking through this. I want to point out something. I want to point out that there's a good friend of mine that I actually met in my time from volunteering, and that's Doug. He's out there with his wife right now. And I want to point out that tomorrow's their 23rd wedding anniversary, and that actually she would know better than anyone what so many of them had said. It's the caregivers. It's the caregivers that need help too. Oftentimes caregivers don't have the chance to get a break, some respite. So $500 may seem like a lot, but think of this, $25 an hour, giving someone 20 hours, less than a day. Maybe go for a walk, get your hair done, maybe go and attend a class, go to a movie, anything. One of the things I want you to think about is what I thought about during this pandemic. Suddenly you're concerned about, well, how do I actually stay healthy? What will we do financially? And how am I isolated? How's my mental health? That's the world of ALS all day, every day. Every day. And it's our opportunity to bring more hope and better care and more actual chances for people to live that vibrant life and to connect. It's extremely isolating disease, and also in the midst of COVID, more so than ever. So at the $500 level right now, we have Margie Newman. Margie, you've done so much for us, including that golf tournament and actually donating Kauai. She just gave $500 right there. Thank you so much to Margie. Also, I want to say at the $1,000 up top, we just got someone there. If you can back that up, Jim and Teresa Mortensen just jumped in at $1,000. Thank you for your donation, and keep them coming. So when you think to those the $250, I want you to think about a home visit. Now, you've heard her name mentioned many times, and she's the one I got to trail, and that's Amber. At the time that I first started working with them, we had 1 Amber. We have a little over 3. What that means is 3 full-time and 1 that can actually part-time, but we need more. Amber, as you can tell, with 600 plus, might have a couple hundred or 100 plus people to give home visits. The multidisciplinary clinics happen every 3 months. A lot happens to a patient in between that visit in that 3-month window. Amber and those like her at ALS Arizona are the eyes and ears on the front lines. They get to go in the house, see what the changes were. What do you need? How can we help? They also been able to give that back to our doctors and researchers and let them know how they're doing in between that. They're also become family members. loving, caring. I think Amanda said it best with so many other areas that people don't have this access, but we do here in Arizona. Now, at this $100 level, I want to point something out. This is about everyone having a chance to do anything. And while you're not in the ballroom with us this year, one of the things you are actually able to do anywhere in the world is participate. But we want to thank you. Everyone that gives at this level will be entered to win. Now remember, you can continue this Fund the Fight. You can continue the live auction, the silent auction, all the way through this Monday, the end of November, Monday, November 30th at 5 o'clock Mountain Time, also known as Arizona time. And we're going to give you a link to share this out with friends and family who may not be able to watch on this weekend, but can continue to give through Monday. Give that $100 and you'll be entered to win one night in Jerome at the Grand Hotel. But here's the thing. I want to actually tell you a little bit something on a personal note. See, as we continue through the show, many of you have not actually had a chance to join us. And Gatos has been doing this. This is 11th time. Catherine's usually out there with me. I love her so much, and she's bidding, and it's really a wonderful family event that we have. Many of the people in attendance are people living with ALS. And there's a special moment that we have, and I want to point out some bids that are coming in. Danielle DiCiccio, I can't say that, just gave $500. Jim Boswell, I want to thank you for $500. Also down at our 100, Bill Cittadino has a significant other that you actually, I know, had with ALS. Bill is actually in at $3,000. Thank you, Bill. That just came in. And Dan Roeder is in at $5,000. Dan, you're our first $5,000. Anyone that's here in the studio, you can cheer for these people. They can let us know. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Go ahead and let's see some of these $100 donations. I don't want anyone at the 100 to think that this doesn't count. Lance Christian is in. Joanne and Michael Rainbow are in. We have Andrea Evans. I love you. Andrea, mwah, to you and the family. She's there. Debbie Seifert's in at 100. David Mahar is in at 100. Tom Mortens is at 100. And keep them coming. This is an important part and probably the meat of the entire matter of what's going on. It's about all of us giving what we can when we can, even if it's just to share this link. Most importantly, thank you for listening and learning. Now, those of us that gather in person know that there is a moment none of us forget every year. As I mentioned, this is an actual, well, it's a heinous disease with no cure. So every year we take a moment to honor those that we have lost in this fight. So while we're in this virtual space, we're going to do this together now. Whether you're at a watch party with your friends or family, or maybe just hanging out on a relaxed holiday weekend Saturday, I want to take this moment as we look at the 213, that's right, 213 names that are going to come up right now. We ask you for a 30-second moment of silence.
What an overwhelming amount of support coming through. Thank you to those hitting the donate button and supporting people with ALS and their families. I'm going to try to get through this without crying, but I don't think that's going to happen. I know firsthand how devastating this disease is. My Aunt Penny was diagnosed with it. She was the life of our family. She loved to dance, and it was so devastating for us to watch her lose her mobility and her ability to speak. And the only way my family got through that is with the ALS Association and their support for their services and their programs and their equipment. They could not have done it without them. She sadly passed away almost 3 years ago, but her spirit lives on, and she is the reason why I am here tonight. She is the reason why I continue to help raise funds and awareness for ALS. So please continue supporting these families who rely on the ALS Association for essential services by donating today. Now, I do want to remind you, this is your last chance to purchase drawing entries. 2 lucky winners will be announced tonight, and bringing home a 43-inch Samsung TV and a stocked wine fridge. We're still debating on which one of us is going to try to get that, but somebody will. Sales are closing soon in 5 minutes, so don't miss out. Now, Bite Night would not be Bite Night without delicious food from top chefs here in Arizona, so we're going to kick it over to Josh from La Grande Orange Cake Shop for a tasty dessert demonstration.
Hi, I'm Josh Thompson. Director of Operations for LGO Cake Shop and LGO Bake Shop. We're very proud to be part of ALS Bite Nite. We have a special presentation for you tonight. We're going to make an olive oil cake. So first of all, this is a great product to make for the holidays. It has many different variations that you can do. We've decorated it with some star anise, some candied ginger, and some cinnamon sticks. For tasting later, of course. So we're gonna start with the recipe. This is a very simple recipe to make, but it does take patience and it's worth it. So we're gonna start with our sugar, our eggs, and we're going to whisk those together. The idea here is not to over whisk the eggs and the sugar together. You just want to mix until combined. Now we're going to add our milk, our olive oil, our orange juice, and our orange zest. The olive oil is really important. You can choose if you like something really grassy, if you like something really earthy. It'll really bring out the flavor of the cake. It's really up to you. I always suggest fresh orange juice and of course fresh zest. Once those are in the bowl, we're going to mix all those together until they're combined. Once again, we're not trying to overmix the product here. You can always use lemon zest too if you don't like orange zest, or you can also use lime too as well. It works really well with any citrus. So now in this bowl, I have all the rest of my dry ingredients, and I'm going to add my toasted anise seeds. If you don't like anise, you can always use any other spice. I always suggest toasting your seeds first, whatever you're using, to bring out the aroma and the natural oils. So we add all the dry in at once. And we're going to whisk, but once again, we're not going to overmix here. The good thing about this cake is you can eat it for breakfast, you can eat it for lunch, you can eat it for dinner. It works well with coffee in the morning. It also works well for dessert at night. You can heat it up. You can almost treat it like a French toast, which makes it a really great treat for the morning for breakfast or on the Christmas time, exactly. So you can see I have it all mixed here. I didn't overmix. And now I have a 9-inch pan that I'm going to take. I'm going to pour it in here. And you can see the beautiful color from the zest and the aniseed. And all those flavors are really going to come out and shine. So we're going to pop this in the oven here in a little bit. All right, so we baked our cake, we have it decorated. Now is the time to cut it. When you bake this in your house, it has a wonderful aroma. You smell the anise, you smell the orange, the olive oil gives it a nice earthy flavor. And it's beautiful, ready to eat.
I just drooled into my mask. That's how my mouth is watering. This mask is wet. I'm going to need a new one. Hey, thanks for the demonstration, Chef. You're awesome. Congrats on your 2-year anniversary. That's fantastic. So, folks, if you are in the area, be sure to stop by and try their tasty treats for yourself. Have you had a chance to check out these silent auction must-haves? Okay, these are must-haves. Tonight's categories include stays and entertainment, sports and memorabilia, food and wine, fitness and beauty, and more. And maybe someone out there, maybe you need a staycation. How about the 2-night stay at the Wigwam? It's calling your name. Let's go, right? You an avid golfer? Got stuff for you too. There are 7 different packages available tonight that include golf. Now me, I play softball. I don't see any softball packages in here, but I know you guys like golf, so I'm cool with that. We also have 2 Oakley swag packages, 2 private classes for $20 at Total Wine, and much more. Now, the silent auction, mystery box, and merchandise sales, They're going to conclude on Monday, okay? Monday at 5 p.m. The drawing is now closed for the TV and the stocked wine cooler. I don't know who got the wine cooler. I hope my wife got it over there. We take it home tonight. So stay tuned for the winner. It'll be shortly announced here. Now, last but not least, we would like to honor our third ALS certified center, Mayo Clinic.
Hey everybody, y'all are helping my dad live his best life, come on.
We have 4 boys, 22, 13, 11, and a 6-month-old. On November 8th, 2016, it said that they did all the tests that they could. They hoped that it was something else, but unfortunately it's early onset ALS. Started up a GoFundMe, and maybe in 2 months, packed up and drove cross country to Arizona to be seen at Mayo Clinic, which it's been the best move we've ever made. It's been the best decision that we've made, period. Mayo, all the doctors and the nurses were very cool. I told my doctor of a time we went to the movies, and the movies was cool, but then the lights turned on and it sucked because I couldn't get out the chair. And a week later, I got this lift seat in the mail, which I can carry anywhere. So if I go out to eat, I don't have to worry about having a problem getting up. If we go to the movies, I don't have to worry about the kids seeing me struggle to get up. When you have occupational therapists give you a brace for your arm to help you work, because 4 kids are not cheap, so I gotta keep working. When you have physical therapists who treat you more like a son than just a patient, they're able to humanize it, if you will. Like you can just talk. It takes a stench that's ALS off.
It is important for patients to feel not only clinical part of the disease being helped with and taken care of, but also the emotional component of it. We're thankful to our patients for putting trust in us, and I believe we do provide compassionate and comprehensive care to our patients on an individual basis.
Mayo and the chapter, just the best tag team champions ever. The Arizona chapter of the ALS Association. Our first meeting, they gave us a fork, a spoon, and a knife. And, you know, I had to be strong because I was about to break. And they looked and they was like, well, what's going on? I said, you don't understand what it is to be given something to help, when everything else is, sorry, this is what you have, get your paperwork together, you're about to check out in 2 weeks. But here they gave you a fork, knife, and a spoon, like I can eat. What else can I do? Wait, I can go horseback riding? What? I can go water tubing? What?
Anything that they want to talk about? Or
There's groups for my kids. There's groups for my wife. It's just been amazing. They put you in so many places with others where you don't feel alone. I can't put into words how much that means, is that we're not alone. I tell you what gives me hope. Google says 2 to 5 years. I've been on calls with people who've been living with this for 15. Google said 2 to 5. Mayo and the chapter have introduced me to people 7, 10, 15 years. So yeah, there's hope.
That's incredible. Dr. Muzica, thank you at Mayo. But Maceo, I know you're out there with Maya watching. I know all 4 of your boys. And I want to point something out. If you notice, they have a newborn, a 6-month-old. Mason's out there. And I want to tell you just how different the ALS Arizona chapter is. Safe social distance. When they knew they were having a new baby, they threw them a baby shower. And so congratulations to you, proud new parents, and for giving us hope. Maceo, thank you for that. Also want to point out another doctor. I got a bid in for $250 from my friend, Dr. Bowser. I know you're out there watching, so thank you so much. So for those of you that are bidding, let's check in on this live auction real quick, because remember, you keep bidding all the way through Monday at 5 o'clock Mountain Time, Arizona time, but here we go. Item number 1 is Kauai. In Hawaii right now, that's at $2,975 with Amanda Kerberg. Keep bidding, and you might actually win that. Number 2, that flight that's incredible that actually came in, the VX3 studio where we are, the crew is actually buying that one at $1,750 right now. And of course, no one has bid on those 6 incredible golf for that door seat. Get in on that. That's $16,000. Opening bid's $2,500. And the live speed painting, well, that's right. You saw it. It's Pat Tillman, the incredible number 40 from the Cardinals, turned American hero. And I know that you're out there. Rob Mankey, I know that you did this. You're $2,000, and apparently you haven't figured out the AES link yet. So we got your back, and we're bidding for you. Also out there, we want to say that our Capitol Grill, hey, Dennis Willencheck, I know you. He's in at $1,175. Oahu, Hawaii is with Stephen Moss Hart, $3,150. Desert Oasis Retreat jumped in. We actually are waiting for that one, $1,550. And let's take a look at the last one. San Diego, Stephen Moss Hart is down there at $1,125. And Park City, Utah is Sherry Isbell in at $900. That's a steal, Sherry. So keep actually bidding on those. And of course, we actually have 2 winners. One actually for our wine fridge and one for our TV. So looking out over here on our wine fridge, congratulations, Ken Wolf. And believe it or not, that TV, Dennis Willencheck, you are the winner. And those were picked randomly by computer from our good friends Robin and the crew at AES. So my name's Letitia Fry. Share this link. You're going to get emails from us. Congratulations to our winners. Keep funding the fight. Keep bidding. Keep sharing all the way through this Monday at 5 o'clock. Well, Arizona time, also known as Mountain Time. It's been an honor and a pleasure, and I'd now like to move over, safe social distance, putting my mask on and on these marks as I welcome back our entire crew throughout this whole show. Please welcome back Catherine, welcome back Larry, otherwise known as Gatos, and of course Taryn. It's time to wrap it up, folks.
Thank you all so much from the bottom of our hearts for attending tonight's virtual Bite Night event, participating in the online auction and Fund the Fight, and purchasing mystery boxes, drawing entries, and merchandise.
We want to thank our wonderful board, committee, staff, and volunteers for supporting the event and for making it such a success. We also want to thank our restaurant and catering partners and event sponsors. The outpouring of love we've received from you has been truly touching. I can say with certainty that the impact of tonight's event will be felt and remembered for years to come.
You know, each and every one of us here tonight has been touched by this wretched disease. And being able to stand here in solidarity with you, everyone at home watching this program, it means so much. We thank you again for spending an hour of your night with us. Our amazingly talented band, they're going to play one last song, and after that, I want you to stay tuned for a special message from the families you've been supporting this evening.
Thanks, gang.
Feeling inside my bones, it goes electric wavy when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home, we're flying up no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet, got that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. Boom, unlock the way we rock it, so don't stop. 'Cause under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm holding you close. When we move where you already know. Then just imagine, just imagine, just imagine. but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feeling cuckoo creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do when you dance, dance, dance. Ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Can't stop the feeling. Just dance, dance, dance. Stop the feeling. Just dance, dance, dance. Come on. It's something magical.
Something magical.
It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on.
Rushing on.
Don't need no reason.
Don't need no reason.
Don't need control.
Don't need control.
Fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet, but in my body. And when it drops, ooh, I can't take my eyes up off it. Moving so phenomenally. Unlike the way we rock it, so stop under the lights when everything goes. Nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When you move where you already know. So just imagine, just imagine, just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feeling cuckoo creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do when you dance, dance, dance. There ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance. Can't stop the feeling. Just dance, dance. Can't stop the feeling. Just dance, dance, dance. Can't stop the feeling. So keep dancing. Can't stop the, can't stop the, can't stop the, can't stop the, can't stop the feeling. When you dance, 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 feeling cuckoo creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. All those things I shouldn't do, you just dance, dance, dance. There ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing.
Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are so amazing. Thank you so much for all that you do.
Having ALS is no picnic because of the generous contributions that you make to the association. It makes it possible for them to offer the programs for my family and me. So from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you, thank you.
Oh, hi everyone. It's me, Buddy the elf. Hi, it's nice to meet other humans who share my affinity for elf culture. Hey, I'm here at Santa's house at the North Pole. We're getting all the toys ready for Christmas. Oh, it's so exciting. Hey, see me on the screen with the ALS Association Arizona Chapter on December 4th at the Digital Drive-In. Visit our website now and get your tickets. Hurry. Oh, son of a nutcracker. I better get back to work. Christmas will be here before you know it. Merry Christmas. Bye.